I don't know about you guys, but I think the only thing I can say about him is congrats on winning the very first, or at least being a part of the very first ever college football game and creating the sport we all know and love. Let's get it over with. Let's look at some more Big Ten teams. And today, believe it or not, we are looking at the disgraceful Rutgers Scarlett Knights. Let's go. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ballard here, coming at you with a quick preview video today, looking at the Rutgers Scarlett Knights. I apologize for the intro. I don't hate Rutgers, but sometimes you got to call it like it is. They're not a good program. I don't know where I'm going to enjoy this. I mean, it's to the point they're such a bad program. Below 500 is only the tip of the iceberg of how bad of a program this is. The best thing I can say is congratulations on playing against Princeton or New Jersey, or I think they were New Jersey. I don't remember. Congratulations on being in the first ever college football game, creating the sport that we all love. That's it. Now, again, if you're a Rutgers fan out there, I feel your pain. I understand. But could they be going in a good direction, though? I think it's a good possibility. Somebody's out there. Greg Schiano is in his 14th season. He is 76 and 81. He's below 500. They got a 500 bowl record. They're good when they make bowl games. They're 6-5 all time. That's not bad for Rutgers. Rutgers' all-time record. Look at this. Their all-time record, 658, 671, and 42. Below 500. They got a 49 win percentage. They're barely below 500. They could win some games this year and maybe help their case, right? They're still, they're under 500 program. They haven't won half of their games in their history. They've won less than that. And again, I say barely. Ballard, why are you doing this? Because it's only fair that I do every Power 5 team like I promised. And they are part of the Big Ten. Sometimes I sit here and I think, at some point you got to peel the Band-Aid off and take care of a certain team. This is that night as I record this on May 1st. Welcome to a new month, by the way. Let's just get this taken care of. Rutgers last year went 5-8 overall. Honestly, not too bad for Rutgers. They replaced, I'm trying to remember, I think I got it in my notes here. They replaced whoever it was in the Gator Bowl. Someone remind me. I don't have it in my notes. I don't remember who it was. They lost the game. It was one of their better seasons in a while, though. Greg Schiano is fixing to enter his 14th season, right? When you look at – I share screen the wrong one. Here, hold on. It is this one. Okay, you look at last year for them, 5-8. They won their first 3 games. It's not a bad start. It's probably their best start in a while. I understand losses to these teams. I understand really any loss. I give them credit for a Syracuse win, though. I'll give them that. Syracuse had one of their worst years, though. You beat teams like Illinois at Indiana. That's one of those ones. I don't understand how you do that 38-3. You lose at a shutout to Penn State. You lose to Maryland. You lose to teams like Wisconsin, Northwestern, Michigan State. I get the Buckeyes. I get Michigan. I get all of that. 2-7 in conference play. You won 2 Big Ten games. And again, you beat Illinois and Indiana, which I give them some credit there. I do think it was one of their better seasons in history, honestly. They did end the season with a 3 game losing streak. Penn State, Maryland, and then when they made the Gator Bowl against Wake Forest, and Sam Hartman. 5-8 overall. Not a great year. Although if you're for Rutgers, it's a great year. For any other team, they I don't know. It's weird what they just went through. Do they get better? Believe it or not, I mean, I don't think it's this year. I mean, they do have a tough schedule, actually, and teams are just going to get better. I don't like to bet on Rutgers too much because they just never know. I don't know. I don't think they're going to have a good year this year, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and get into this year's preview. So 5-8 overall. Let's look at this year. And I remind you, they got an all-time record 658, 671, and 42. They're just below 500, barely. Maybe that changes this year. I don't know, right? They could get better this year. Me personally, I don't think so too much. Are there any potential upsets? No. Trap games, they're all trap games. They're probably going to lose every single one. But let's see. All right, 2022 Rutgers. Here we go. At Boston College, Wagner, at Temple, Iowa, at Ohio State. You play Nebraska. You get a bye week. I say good timing, but for Rutgers, it really doesn't matter. And again, I apologize if there are Rutgers fans out there. Please update me. Because as far as I'm concerned, and this is just stating facts, y'all are one of the worst historical programs in college football history. I don't say that to be mean. I just say it based on your win percentage, your record, your bowls, everything. I mean, you want to talk about a team that's been buried in a dumpster, set on fire, crapped on? You want to talk about a program like that? That's Rutgers. And I try to say that in the nicest way possible. I don't hate Rutgers. I don't hate their fans. I'm sure it's a great institution and a great school. They just don't have it together in football. You look at their schedule, though, at Boston College, Wagner, at Temple, Iowa, at Ohio State, Nebraska. You get a bye week in here. That's good. Indiana, at Minnesota, Michigan, at Michigan State, Penn State, and at Maryland. Some of these teams I expect, a lot of these teams actually I expect to not only win these games, but just really improve. Michigan State, Michigan, Penn State. You know, some of those teams might even take a step back, but they're still here's the bottom line. All of these teams I just mentioned are miles ahead of the Scarlet Knights. Miles ahead. That's fair. Right? Put it like that for you guys. Maybe I can zoom in. And again, I believe they're in the Big Ten East because they're playing like Ohio State, Michigan, and all them. Play Minnesota from the West. Any possible upsets, if any? I don't think it's Ohio State. I expect Ohio State to make the playoffs and everything. Michigan, no. Michigan's better. Michigan State. Maybe Maryland. I think they did lose to Leah. I haven't looked at Maryland yet. They still got Mike Locksley as their head coach, at least as far as I know. Indiana, it is possible Coach Schiano, Greg Schiano, gets something together this year where maybe, yes, they're going to have an under 500 season, but maybe they pull off a Nebraska or an Indiana game. That's possible. So maybe, maybe, I don't know. They'll have 3 to 4 wins. I'll just go ahead and throw this up and I'll expand on it a little bit. I think they'll go 3-9 this year. And their wins, because, I got them going below 500, I'll tell you their wins. Nebraska, Wagner, and Temple. I don't think you beat Indiana. I don't think you're good enough to beat Minnesota. I don't think you're good enough to beat Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State. Iowa's going to be very much improved. Penn State is Penn State. They're really good. Boston College, I think, could be a better team. And even if this were a home game for you, I think Boston College is just in a better position. And again, I apologize. I'm not here to make fun of Rutgers. I'm not here to do any of that. I just call it what it is. It's Rutgers. They're an embarrassment to the Big Ten. I'm sorry, but they are. I'm only doing them because I promised you guys I would go by conference, and no matter who the team was, we're doing the Power Five. Apparently, they're in the Power Five. So, here we are. All-time records, 658, 671, and 42, below 500. And I think it'll remain that way this year. 3-9, you get 3 wins. Nebraska, Wagner, and Temple, you lose the rest of them. You lose 9 games. I think that's plain and simple there. I didn't even really take the time to look at their recruiting or anything. They did lose some. Actually, I did see they lost they lost some players. They brought some over. Sean Ryan from West Virginia came over. Colorado State transfer, and Mike Ciafone from Colorado State's an interior lineman. They had guys transfer out this year. Raekwon O'Neal went to UCLA. Elijah Clark is a cornerback on defense in their secondary. Went to Syracuse. One guy went to Rice, is Chris Conte, who's a linebacker. Najee Jones is a safety that went to Kent State, along with Kevin Toth, who's an offensive tackle. Just to name a few. I mean, they brought a couple in from the transfer portal. They also lost a lot. Peyton Powell, Montario Hunt. One went to Alcorn. One went to I'm not even sure what team that is, but yeah, it's Rutgers. What do you expect? Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Again, I only did this because they are listed in the Big Ten. They do count and qualify as a Power 5 team. And I promise you guys, Power 5, and we're going through the Big Ten right now. So I figured I'd go ahead and get this one over with. But still plenty more to come. Of course, we've done Ohio State, Penn State, Illinois, Iowa so far, Michigan State, Northwestern, Minnesota, Purdue, teams like that to come. Northwestern, Wisconsin is on deck pretty soon as well. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Hey, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. Love y'all. Y'all have a great week ahead as I record this on Sunday, of course. So I hope this next week is really awesome for you guys. Love y'all. Jesus loves you. God bless. And as always, roll tide. We'll see you later. Ballard Sports Media. Check it out.